No idea, but we'll go there. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2.
You know, there is times in life where you don't know that you need to rewrite or maybe write the story of your life again, and yet there's a story you want to have told, and maybe the one you're telling isn't the one you want, and you've been thinking about it, or maybe somebody said something to you, or you've done an exercise and you think, is that really what I want to be projecting out there? Is that what I want people to be saying? And that's happened to me, and I know that many of my friends say it's happened to them.
Yeah.
And so I met this amazing lady named Lisa Nichols. Ken met her and flew me halfway across the world to actually meet her. He wasn't taking no for an answer. And I was kind of annoyed because he spent a whole lot more money than our commitment is before we asked the other person.
Yeah.
And yet he knew that living out the story of our lives, and in fact you living out the story of your lives, was going to be enhanced, changed by connecting with this gal. It's so fun.
I know, it's exciting. It really, you flew halfway across the.
No, I really did fly halfway across the world.
You did.
And we almost didn't go because, as it would happen, the story seemed like it was being written for us. Mm-hmm. And things were getting in the way, and the time getting shortened, and everybody was saying to us, don't go. And something in us said, oh yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So even if this is hard for you, even if it's not going to be easy for you to attend the opportunity we have for you, I would say fight against it.
Right.
Because I'm happy we did.
Yes.
So
yes.
what have we got for them, Lisa?
Well, I'm super excited because we have an opportunity, us together have an opportunity to really transform our lives to the next level. And I look at my life and I have the pleasure of running a multi-million-dollar business. I have the pleasure of being an author of 7 bestsellers.
I like them too.
Yeah, thank you. Sitting beside Oprah Winfrey, having lunch with her, sitting across from Larry King, being on the Steve Harvey Show, many things that are accolades to my life. But I recognize that there was a time in my life when I didn't know who Lisa was. Many years ago when I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, and I stopped and said yes to an opportunity. I said yes to an opportunity to show up to an event, and that really created a ripple effect of subsequent events that really landed me inside my power, my purpose, but it started with me taking action. So we're coming together, we're going to come together and do an amazing event, Roar, and really an event for women.
Well, not just women.
Okay.
We don't want to exclude our
the
teenagers
men, yes.
or the men.
Yes,
I mean, what we find is that more women come to the Roar Canada events, and yet so many men,
courageous, beautiful men.
Correct.
Yes.
They gain so much from it for themselves,
Right.
as well as for their daughters,
Right.
for their mothers,
For their wives.
Yes.
Yes.
Like it just, we all function so
It's
much
a peek.
better.
It's a peek behind the black curtain of a woman's heart and mind. And I don't think that there's a man alive that doesn't want to know a woman better. Like if I could just sit in and watch you think, watch your heart, understand your blueprint a little better, what would that look like? So you're absolutely right. So when we get together, we're going to talk about what does personal transformation look like, and then jump into it and begin to push past where we normally would stop. Address our limiting beliefs and begin to dissolve that. See, what does it look like for me to step into my greatness, own my voice, project my brilliance? What does that look like for me to give myself permission to be that woman? What does it mean for me to give myself permission to be that person? What does it mean for me to stand in my brilliance and live in my light? Like that was a journey for me. And I look at my life today and it's barely recognizable. But I remember the moment it started. I remember the training I was in. I remember the conference I was at. I remember the workshop that I was in. I remember that. And our goal is to replicate that opportunity for you. To give you a safe space, keyword, safe space. Safe space to find your giant. Rediscover your giant. And walk in your giant.
Yeah.
Not whisper, but roar.
Absolutely. And it is so much about living out of the fullness of what
Yes.
we were created for.
Yes.
There is this plan that lives within us,
Yes.
and I know for so many of the people I know, they're not living it fully out.
Yes.
Maybe part of it.
Yes. And the main thing you want to make sure that you do, before you sit down and rest, meaning before you get to your older years, your more wisdom years, or your years where you're going, I'm done, whether that be 91, 95, before you get there, you want to make sure that you play full out, that you live the story that you want to be told about you. And here's what I know, and I'm saying this because it's just true. I'm a coach. I'm a life coach. Most people are not afraid of dying. They're afraid of dying before the world sees who they really are. They're afraid of dying before the world gets your fingerprint. And so I want to invite you, boldly invite you, to be outrageous, to be courageous, to, if necessary, move the mountain. I get that the things that mean the most to me are never going to be convenient. So this might not be convenient for you. You're going to get the date. You're going to get the time. It's right here on this page. You're going to find out what we're doing. You're going to find out where we're going and what we're up to. You're going to see the fee, though we made it really, really easy for everyone to come when it comes to the fee. Something's going to tell you it's not convenient. And remember my voice when I said the greatest things in your life are not convenient. And I believe that this space will be a catalyst for something phenomenal to take place in your life. And the only way you will know about it is if you show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to show up because doesn't your heart cry for being all that you were designed to be?
Yeah.
Don't you want to just step into that boldness, that fullness?
Yes.
I mean, certainly the cry in my heart is what started this, right?
Exactly.
And so we're
Or the
Canada,
song in your heart. It
and
could
the
be
song-
a cry
yeah.
or a song.
Yeah, the thing that inspires you, the
Right.
thing that motivates you and gets you going. If you know what it is, let's figure out how to unleash it bigger,
Yes.
louder,
Yes.
because that's what's going to happen.
Yes.
And if you don't know what it is yet, that's okay, because you're going to get a glimpse into it,
Yes.
right? And discover it and live it out, because something I learned a long time ago is that the truth spoken is not a truth discovered.
Say that again.
A truth spoken is not a truth discovered. So I can see your greatness when I meet you. Lisa can see your greatness. I can see hers. She can see mine. And yet if I can't find my own and you can't find yours and speak it out for yourself, us speaking it's not going to change a thing.
Right.
You've got to be able to discover it for yourself. And when you speak your truth, anything's possible.
And that reminds me of the statement that I often say, and I did a whole campaign around it, that says, I am my own rescue.
Yes.
And you may not need rescuing. You may just want to be a bigger cheerleader for yourself or for another sister friend.
Yeah.
And this is that space. So listen, you see the information. Let me pause for a moment. Because we're on video, we can clip.
Yeah.
So do you want to